I was video chatting and dropped my phone on the floor. As I picked it up, my husband's face changed. He held his hands to his lips as if saying, "Be quiet." And to my horror, he wrote, "There's a man under your bed." Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Drip Podcast. You are joined, if you can't see us, by myself, Lozzie, and Scott. What a time to be alive.
Glorious.
Beautiful. Today, we're going to be doing 2-sentence horror stories. It's going to be good. I wasn't here on the last one. And
No.
fun fact, 2-sentence horror stories is our most listened to episode. Which
I
is,
didn't expect.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it kind of, draws people in.
Yeah.
Just horror stories in general, I guess, but
Less effort, isn't it?
always a plus.
Sort of like you just got to listen for 2 sentences and then you're golden.
You can kind of put it down and pick it up a lot easier than full stories.
True. Yeah, absolutely. Before we begin, I just want to give a shout out to the Patreon because the Patreon's kind of popping off at the moment. We've got over 250, I think. 250 people over there. It's really good. Nice. 224. Sorry, I do apologize. False advertising. People are really enjoying it. Really interactive. We're working on some t-shirt designs which look great. Slash a little mascot. For those of you that are over on the Patreon, you'll have seen we're working on a little voodoo doll, and I kind of want to get one made. And I've looked on Etsy at some creators, some artists, and I think it will definitely be doable. Not to sell, just literally to make one to take on investigations. I think that'd be really cool.
Get haunted.
That would be the dream, the absolute dream. But yeah, you can join for as little as £1 a month. We're working on designs for the T-shirt club. All right. Right. So before we get into the 2-sentence stories, how are you guys been this weekend?
Hot.
Yeah.
Well, today ain't too bad, but yesterday was pretty rank, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, all right. Apart from melting alive, I'm all right.
Nice. Scott, what have you been up to?
Yeah, no, pretty much the same, just melting. I went to a funeral yesterday and it was the hottest room I've ever been in. It was like 200 people gathered in one tiny room with all the doors closed, and it was like, just hurry up. So it's very sad. It's very emotional. But my God, I can't sit here much longer. I am going to perish. I'm going to be joining the funeral procession.
Well,
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
you said it, not us. And listen, anyone offended, Scott was a participant. Scott was there mourning the dead. So
I made the same joke in the funeral. It got a laugh.
There we go. So if they weren't offended, you're not allowed to be at home. All right. I found the key to happiness today. It's pretty big discovery.
What's that?
I found the secret. It's quite wholesome. The secret is helping others. I have been rather selfless today, exhaustingly. This morning I went and helped my cousin lay a patio, which was a lot of work, a lot of carrying slabs, moving sand, digging shit up, leveling stuff, digging trenches and that. I then went and had a golf lesson. Just already had it booked in, so that's not very selfless. But my dad was building a shed, so I was just like, do you want a hand? So I went and gave him a hand with that. And then there's a guy at work who basically his car broke the other day, and he's been getting lifts off of like his mom or his girlfriend, stuff like that. And basically, Maya's parents are on holiday, and so we are borrowing the Tesla because we might be getting one when we send the range back. And so I'm kind of test driving it about and that. So at the moment we have 3 cars. So I just said to him, I was like, look, he's my kind of age. He's got like 8 years, no claims, like all this. So I was like, would you like me to see how much it would be to put you on my Peugeot, because like that Peugeot I've had for like 8 years. I own it outright. It costs me like £300 a year to own, so I just refuse to sell it. And here's a fun game, right? How much was it to put him on the insurance? So that is from now until he only needs it. He's only going to have it for like 3 weeks, but from now till the end of March 2025. How much was it? Bearing in mind the admin fee was £15.
Okay.
How much would it have
I
been to add
reckon
him? 28 years old, 8 years no claims, 10 years driving. How much to put him on a 2010 207?
250.
Interesting. Lozzie.
I'd say a bit more than that. Maybe like
Sorry, are
3.
you saying 250 or £2.50?
250.
Very interesting. Did you say 300, Lozzie?
Yeah.
To have him as a named driver on my Peugeot.
Oh, right. So he's just a name driver.
It's just a name driver. I'm still the main driver. He's
Right.
just a named driver, just driving it about.
I
Come
guess
on now, I didn't give him the rights.
100 quid.
Scott, are you sticking with 250?
25 quid. I'm going to drop it.
Is that including or excluding
Excluding the admin fee.
Excluding. Oh, so the total was £20.60. It was actually £5.06, not 60, 6 pence. So the admin fee was 3 times as much as it was to put him on my car. Mental, not paranormal at all. But the point was, so he picked up the car today, but I was like, oh, the car's a bit of a state. It's very untidy, blah blah blah. So I was like, I'm going to clean it for him. So yeah, got it washed, and then I hoovered all the insides and that, washed all the insides, got an air freshener, and yeah. So I was just I've helped my cousin with her patio, I've helped my dad with the shed, and I'm helping a dude out at work with a car, so he hasn't got to buy the first thing he sees. He can borrow my car for 3 weeks, and find something. So being selfless
There you go.
is very nice. I feel great. But I must admit, I'm absolutely fucked. It's great, but exhausting.
Yeah.
Physically. No, it was the physical labor of fucking the patio this morning. But anyway, it's not what people are here for. It might be. Some people might like a bit behind the scenes. I'm sure there are many that do. If you haven't, you've just skipped through or you've switched off, in which case you're going to miss some great 2-sentence horror. So the joke is on you. Right. Okay, let's begin. Now, I also need you guys. Obviously, I've researched some 2-sentence horror. If you've heard these before, i.e., you remember them from the last episode, let me know. If they don't ring a bell, then we're probably not the same, or it was that long ago you can't remember. So hopefully, neither will the people at home. So
yeah, it's more likely to be the second one there, I reckon.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Where did I have them? Oh, God. Okay. So 2-sentence horror. Do you know what I was actually going to do? But I didn't have time. I was going to send you, Loz, which maybe you could put in post. Oh,
That's it.
some kind of motion array, ominous music in the background. So it's like, oh, something like that, It's like scary shit.
Just
Right.
take that and loop it the entire time in the background. Yeah.
Jesus. Do it. So, 2-sentence horror. Here we go. Warning at home. All right. Don't get too spooked, especially if you're driving.
Oh yeah.
If this is getting too scary, either pause it and save it for later, or just pull over for about half hour. Here we go. Still in my bathroom, I have now been staring at my own reflection for 14 hours straight. Each time I look away, is trying to climb out of the mirror. Not an ideal situation, that.
No, not a great start. Oh, a great start, as in something I definitely wouldn't want.
Scott's absolutely slammed the first one through the floor.
That was shit. Move on.
I think mirrors in dark rooms are just innately creepy.
Well, there might be a few dark rooms in this in a bit, tell you that much.
Good. Yeah, nah, not for me. Don't like that.
Okay. Wouldn't be ideal, would it?
Looking at a mirror, I'm not having a good time.
That's the thing. It's sort of like, it's not just seeing something in the reflection. It's knowing that you can't look away because it'll get you. It's like what a monster in Doctor Who, the Weeping Angels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, don't blink. What concept? Can't look away because it will kill you. Doesn't it? Don't the Weeping Angels, if they touch you, you get removed from existence and they live off of your potential?
They send you back in time to a completely random time period.
They send you back in time.
I want to say in the original episode, they sent a load of people back to Hull.
Nice.
That's great.
Nothing against
Hull.
And
then do they live off what could have been?
Yeah, they live off the energy for the life you never lived.
That's dark, man. Yeah. That's fucking dark.
Imagine one of your powers is just having time travel just to call upon. So, right, you're going back, and I'm just living off your energy.
You're in work and someone's mildly annoyed you. It's like, nah, Titanic.
Jesus, just before the iceberg.
How long before the iceberg? Because to be fair, I don't know how far I would have got, but if I got sent back and I got like an hour, I'd just be like, iceberg ahead, screaming my head off.
True. Just send them back to the very front of the ship as it's hitting the iceberg, just so they can't undo it.
That's it.
Genius.
Don't let go, Jack. Bosh. Oh man,
that's a plot for a movie.
That's it.
There you go. But yeah, kind of reminded me of that. Not time travel, but you can't look away. Otherwise, it's going to climb out and get you. Great 2-second horror story. There's a few on here that are just like, fucking hell. This being one of them. Okay. So, with swift urgency, I ran to the distressed mother clutching her daughter who'd been struck by a car. Hand steady, I pulled out my phone and quickly zoomed into their faces and started recording.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. It's not there to help. It's there to profit. Yeah, I feel like that is where society is now.
Mm-hmm.
I always find that astonishing when like shit's going down and you just see people just pulling out their phones. Like an old lady's getting fucking mugged, and then there's just people just like, oh, mental. Not even calling the police anymore. They're just straight out filming. They're like, this is going to be on World Star.
Slap it on a TikTok live stream. Happy days.
Yeah. It's how far society is falling, ladies and gentlemen. If you see a crime or just something like what has happened in this 2-sentence story, don't film. Get help. Or help.
Yeah, or help, yeah.
Yeah.
I sold my car and house to pay your $500,000 ransom. Now, please, let me speak to my wife. The sound of my wife's laughter was the last thing I heard before the line was cut.
Oh, she's done you.
She's done him.
Yeah, mugged off.
She's done him.
Nah.
That's a financial horror story.
That is. That's not alimony. That's all the fucking money.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a financial, adulterous horror story.
The only way that could have been worse is like, oh, by the way, you got a kid. Hang up.
Oof.
Yeah. You're going to need even more money. Because even though I just robbed you for $500,000, you're going to be paying every single week.
And none of it's going on the kid.
Oh,
Oof.
Jesus. All inclusive.
What?
All inclusive holiday.
Oh, I thought you were just having a stroke. I didn't know what was going on there.
All inclusive.
Yeah, I did forget to finish the sentence.
Scott's just like gerbils in the toaster. Sorry, what the fuck?
Oh dear.
Right, here we go. I was video chatting and dropped my phone in the floor. Sorry, on the floor. It's on the floor, but they said in the floor. So I was video chatting and dropped my phone on the floor. As I picked it up, my husband's face changed. So she's FaceTiming her husband, right? He held his hands to his lips as if saying, "Be quiet." And to my horror, he wrote, "There's a man under your bed."
I mean, that is a FaceTime you
dark.
do not want to have.
That's dark.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Well, you say it's a FaceTime you don't want to have. I think the bigger issue there, Scott, is
Well-
there's a man under the bed. And the FaceTime has actually saved a life.
Yeah, okay, when you put it like that, maybe the FaceTime's actually quite useful.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's no way if that scenario was reality that they would ever go down like that, because they would have just read out what the person had typed. It's like, there's a man underneath the bed. And you just do like,
Just a knife
Shit.
comes through the fucking mattress.
yeah. Oh,
Wouldn't be good.
I mean, what do
But
you
also-
do?
I think also being the guy on the FaceTime, how the fuck do you like, you're like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. And then the game's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. What do you do if
Yeah.
you're the person that's just been told, like, you just mind your own business, walking around the house, there's a man under the bed? What is the immediate response other than drop kick under the bed directly?
drop kick under the bed.
Right,
Think
Scott.
like a baseball
Right,
slide just
Scott.
under the bed.
Drop kick.
Right, okay. I was going to say, the logistics of drop kicking under a bed.
More of a baseball slide than under the
You're
bed.
just going to clatter your shins against the fucking
bed
frame.
Yeah.
Oof.
But then
Yeah, I
maybe
don't know,
the
right.
attacker would just be laughing too much. Sympathy.
I don't know. It depends if they're armed. Like if they've got like a sword. Because a knife's not going to go through a fucking, a thick mattress. It's not going to have the length. Because also, if they're armed, I guess it's a bit of a shitter. But they're at such a disadvantage, though, being under the bed, because it's not the easiest to get out. So, I mean, I would literally either just bolt for the door or kind of wait for them to shuffle out and then just absolutely curb stomp their head. I know that's horrible, but they're trying to kill me. So
You'd be just standing on top of the bed for a bit of that
just
extra height.
waiting. And then they they go like this and then just heal. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, that's it.
Like you say,
And then you're in the dock and you're like, Your Honor, I weren't the dude under the fucking bed.
Yeah, that is your alibi.
I shatter my heel into his forehead, or I'm cut from fucking ear to ear.
I think it would have been the 55th curb stomp onto the mush.
It was
okay,
Mr. Hopes. We understand your position, but his head was reduced to a puddle of mush. Could you not have stopped? You shattered your entire. You only have a nub left.
That's it.
You could have stopped, and then you're like, "Yeah, do you know what? Fair play. Fair play."
Actually, eroded your heel on his face.
But what's he doing under the bed?
There is that.
I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit. It's like someone breaks into your house.
That's such
and
a
then you
weird...
you hurt them. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Why are they in my house? They fucking stepped through that door frame. I think, they're fair game to the death. That's just my belief. I don't give a fuck.
delivery drivers are absolutely petrified
The
everywhere.
Tesco. He just puts his head just through the door. Whoa! Just start wailing on him. But no, I do think if you come into my house armed and I get an opportunity, I'm booting you down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you break your neck on the way down, you need to ask yourself why you were in the house in the first place.
see, where was this when I was in the shower in your house and Lozzie came sneaking up the stairs?
I don't know if I sneaked.
Well, neither me nor Maya heard you.
I weren't like crouched down. Like I just
Balaclava
walked
on.
normally. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Lozzie was invited.
That is true.
That's the difference there, you know.
Yeah, fair.
True, yeah.
But yeah, in that respect, America got it right. You should be able to defend your home by any means necessary. Like, I'm talking Home Alone shit, you know? Yes, I'm going to glue 9-inch nails to the floor so you stand on it. Yes, I'm going to attach a fucking bowling ball to a piece of string and watch it go into your face.
Blowtorch and the door handles, the lot.
Blowtorch the door handle. Broken glass. Broken marbles, weren't they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Brilliant film. Wow, what
Yeah.
a film.
Went
But
downhill
yeah,
with number
anyway.
5.
Oh dear. Yeah, so that's someone FaceTime. Not good. Not
No.
good. Right. Here we go. I was just starting to get comfortable on my beach towel. After a long day of settling into our hotel, when my little boy come up to me and tapped my forehead. Daddy, he asked, why is the water running away from the beach?
Oof.
Tsunami.
That's it.
Inbound.
Oh. I just thought the tide was
Oh,
going out, to be honest.
fucking hell, Scott. That's it.
Now you've said it, it makes
That's
more
it.
sense. It's more of a pressing matter.
Right, Scott. If the tide draws away rapidly, you
Yeah.
have minutes, if that, to run as
Yes.
far as you can.
Scott's just like, where's the nearest surfboard?
Yeah.
I'll manage.
Scott's like, oh my God, look at all these fish just flapping around.
Free lunch, happy days.
That's
Sushi.
it. And then you just look up, there's just a 400-foot wall of water and debris like a fucking blender coming towards you. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know why. This one has had a spoiler warning, the one I just read. Cheese is a meat on Reddit. 2-sentence horror. It's a spoiler, apparently.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, next one. We have, for as long as I can remember, I've always slept better cuddling with someone. What I can't seem to remember is when I started to prefer them being cold.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, anyone tried it? Can't knock it till you try it now, can you? Let's not judge.
I
You know?
mean, how do you come by someone who's quote unquote cold?
Who knows?
Yeah. Just after you've curb stomped him for being under your bed.
That's it,
There
yeah.
we go.
Drag him up into the bed with you.
And then off you go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know?
You need it after the curb stomping. You'll be exhausted.
I tell you what, they get cold. You just put your heel on. Oh, like an ice pack. Oh,
That's it.
you know. There we go. I gave my son anti-monster spray. That's what he called it to his son. This is anti-monster spray. I gave my son anti-monster spray in a little bottle so he would feel safe sleeping alone. It wasn't easy getting that holy water, but he can't know I see it too. Jesus. There's a monster in my wardrobe. That is correct. But he's not in mine. So I'm off to bed.
You just have to deal with that.
Here's your little fucking spray bottle. The demon comes out, spray it in the face. May God be with you.
So you'd at least go far enough to
I'm
give him a
out.
water pistol.
Yeah.
Just for the added visual.
Yeah. That could be quite cool. quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that. Need to get holy water, though.
I've got some downstairs.
You've got holy water?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Don't forget your walkie-talkies as well for East
Oh,
Drive.
yeah.
Just bring all of it. Just bring everything that you have. Even the not Sheen. The other shit.
Temu stuff, yeah.
Temu stuff, that's it. Yeah, just bring it all, mate. But bring the holy water, I'll bring a super soaker. That'd be quite funny.
I ain't got that much holy water. I've got like
He's got one round.
It's basically a shot glass full. That's all they sell it in.
They sell it?
Yeah.
You gotta buy it.
My local abbey. I went there
Father,
a while back.
Satan.
I never actually got
comes
someone
for
else
me
picked it
every
up.
night. Oh. Father, Satan comes for me every night. Speak freely, son. What seems to be the issue? Every night, Satan slashes my back with his claws. I need holy water to fend him off. 1999. What? 1999. Fucking stained glass windows ain't going to be paid to be washed themselves, are they?
That's
1999. Don't take the piss. Jesus. Didn't know you had to pay. Disgusting. But hey, everything costs in the end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My 5-year-old son keeps insisting he hears voices coming from inside our basement walls, but I've kept him from investigating by telling him there's ghosts down there. I come home to find the Jewish family in the hands of the Gestapo while he excitedly tells me how he phoned the police on his own and they caught the basement ghosts.
Okay.
World War II.
That's it. Just for anyone who didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a twist and a half.
That is a twist.
They went historical
Oof.
with that 2-sentence horror.
Kind of reminds me of Jojo Rabbit.
I haven't seen that. Isn't that, what's his name? Taika Waititi?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
It is. Yeah,
Reminds me of the one of the greatest scenes in all of cinema. The opening 10 minutes of Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's the way they're switching languages, the power dynamic, and then obviously the ending of that opening scene. And the girl that escapes is just, yeah, absolutely insane. Right. After 3 days with a huge zit on my cheek, I finally popped it. I've been squeezing a gritty black sludge out for 10 minutes, and there has been no signs of stopping. Demonic acne.
That's it. That's a horrible condition.
Yeah.
Two horrors combined.
You ain't gonna have it, and you can't put enough E45 on that. It's not possible.
Oof.
You need holy E45.
Yeah.
You'd have to get that TikTok fellow in to deal with that one. The pimple popper guy.
Ah.
That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't there? There's a woman as well, isn't there?
I think so.
I swear that's her, Dr. Pimple Pop.
That might be.
There's many of them.
There's a few of them floating around. There's one guy who's got like a pimple popping Hoover, essentially.
Wow.
What?
Nice.
It puts it on the skin, it seals it up with a vacuum, and then just rips it off.
Jeez.
Excellent.
Just modify the fucking Henry. Just lobs on your face.
There you go. Another one with a spoiler warning. Don't know why this has spoiler warnings. As I turn the lights off, I begin walking back upstairs. I thought I finally confronted my childhood fear until I felt something grab my ankle and pull me back into the darkness of my basement. I'm going to be critical.
Okay.
I think that's too much. I think something dragging them back into the base is too much.
Just something grabbing them would have been a good end point.
It's like, I got slashed on the back of the calf.
Mm-hmm.
That might be too much. But yeah,
I think
just like a
just
faint
like just grabbing
whisper
them.
in the ear.
Oh yeah,
What was that?
That's it.
But being physically fucking Jesus.
because the
You just
fact
leave
that
the house, wouldn't you?
yeah, from a short story point, of view, the fact they then published the short story afterwards implies they then got them back up.
Yeah. It's true,
Um,
yeah. I've just crawled back to the top of the stairs and opened Reddit immediately. But hey, fair play. Don't be scared of the monsters. Just look for them. Look to your left, look to your right, under your bed, behind your dresser, in your closet, but never look up. She hates being seen. Bit of mixed message in there. Because it's saying look for monsters, but for fuck's sake, don't actually find them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Interesting.
strange advice.
Yeah, written by Anarchist Waffles.
There you go.
Now, I'm not mocking anyone's name. I've built a career on fucking Duty Rhino, for fuck's sake. I'm just saying. In fact, if anything, that's a cool name. I wish I was called Anarchist Waffles.
That's it.
Too late
You
for a
know?
rebrand. Just steal that name.
Yeah. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. Some kind of perspective. At first, I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. Oh. It's not what you want,
Jesus.
is it?
Oh, we've gone full circle.
I was then going to link it. You hear the knocking, you go and check it out, and then you're locked. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're locked in with the mirror demon. Bloody Mary. Scary stuff.
Famous for knocking.
Yeah. Slashing. Fucking you up.
Knocking you out.
Oh, look at this, by the way. Pepsi Max, caffeine free.
Oh,
Jesus.
what's the point?
Oi!
Oh.
Sleep is the point.
No, you need
Obviously, we're continuing the
week.
tradition. We're continuing the tradition of you saying you're not going to drink a carbonated.
Yeah, I know. I
What's
know.
fucking
I've
us?
tried to hide my burps. I hope I've done all right.
We've done all right so far.
Good stuff. What about this? She wondered why she was casting two shadows. After all, there was only one light bulb. That's not good, is it?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, once again, that kind of links back to a Doctor Who episode.
Does it?
The Silence in the Library one.
Oh, fuck yeah. Great. That was the...
Yep.
Well, am I right or wrong, Scott? Introduction of River Song?
Correct.
Oh. Yeah.
Good two-parter.
I love that era.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I
one
miss
was
David
that?
Tennant.
Oh, it was David Tennant. Right, okay.
Yeah.
His first run, not the bit where he came back last year.
Yeah. David Tennant's run of Doctor Who was goated.
Mm-hmm.
And I also thoroughly enjoyed... Basically, I watched Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt Smith. And then I checked out when... What's his name? Who was... But you rated quite highly, don't you?
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi's cousin.
Mm?
They're related.
Oh, actually, that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he was very good.
Nice. Okay. The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor.
Oh, dear.
Now, that's either a floating entity or a very tall person.
Could be that guy.
Either way,
Trump Tower.
that's scary.
The bloke with suction cup.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Someone rappelling down, maybe. I don't know how to stand
SWAT
upright.
team trying to break in through your window.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, it's a ghost. And then just smashes through. Oh, no, wait. I'm FBI's most wanted.
You just see a grenade come through the door like a flashbang. It's like...
Jesus. There was a picture on my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Not what you want.
Simple.
Not what you want.
That one was simple and to the point.
So's this one. My girlfriend asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
You know?
That's
Scary,
scary.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Last one. They delivered the mannequins in bubble wrap. From the main room, I begin to hear popping.
Yeah,
Rather
it's not
Doctor
real.
Who.
Yeah.
Still Doctor Who. Those Doctor
Yeah.
Who references.
Oof.
Was that
Episode
another
1 of
Doctor Who?
Eccleston.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that
I've
was.
just been reading a Doctor Who
That's
website
it.
this whole time.
Just the episode summaries.
Maybe that's what the spoilers are about.
Maybe. I'll tell you what I love though, right? So this is on Thought Catalog, 150 plus short two sentence stories, right? Number 11 was my girlfriend asked me why I was breathing heavily. I wasn't. Number 11. Number 15 is she asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't. So they just got rid of girlfriend and just made another one. I think that's how they've managed to do over 150 of them. But anyway, there we go. Scary stuff. Some of them are just really creepy. The worst one for me, probably just because it just makes you feel a bit ill, is just the one where the car crash and then he just goes and films instead. That's just fucking
Yeah.
horrible. What's the standout for you guys?
Mirror ones suck. So anyway,
Yes, because we
Um,
all have to look in them.
I think the thing about the one that you talked about, where he films the girl who's been in the car crash. That's
Yeah,
just more horrific because of society and where it is now.
yeah,
Now, if
100%.
you said that, like, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, I know you didn't have necessarily everyone on a camera, but even if you had someone who just would go around and sketch people, that would be shocking because that probably didn't happen as much as people just filming shit now as soon
Yeah.
as something goes down.
I think that'd be worse as well if that had happened then and someone just got out a sketchbook, sat down, and started like
Yeah.
taking reference.
Yeah, isn't it?
Don't move her. Don't move her. Oh, yeah,
Put your arm back where it was.
That's like that movie is fucking amazing movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, Nightcrawler. What a fucking movie.
Yeah. That made me think of it. When you said it, I was like, Nightcrawler.
Yeah. It's mental, isn't it? That's like, I don't know if it is anymore. I think it's kind of based in the early 2000s, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
I
that
think so.
whole, like, filming the nitty gritty at crimes that have just happened or like collisions and stuff to get to the news outlets for their after watershed kind of footage. But imagine if they did that here, like BBC News at 10, which is like fucking full on car collision, like mashed up bodies and that. That'd be awful.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for the Patreon question of the pod. If you'd like to ask a question, become a patron for as little as £1 a month. You can join the community chats that we have. There's group chat on there, which is really fun. Loads of posts, loads of behind the scenes, reactions, gameplays, etc., early access. £1 a month. Okay, so Matt asks, if you caught 100% proof of ghosts with a full body apparition, would it increase or decrease your desire to do further investigations? That's really interesting. Really interesting. Because what you got to ask yourself, what's the point here? Are we doing it to find the truth? Because if you found a full body apparition, then there it is. You have your proof. Do we call it a day and no longer investigate? Probably live off of the fucking 100% proof of a full apparition for the rest of our lives. Or does it inspire you to try and seek out more and ask more questions?
I think I'd need to know more after getting. You get the apparition, you kind of go, okay, I've got that, but what is it?
Mm.
There's too much. There's too many questions. There isn't just that is it real question. There's then the questions that come after you've proven that first step.
Yeah. But I think you also need to take into consideration what the situation is with the full body apparition, because if it is an absolutely like gut wrenching, petrifying experience, you might not want to find one again.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're walking the halls of an abandoned IF base and like a demon sprints down the corridor at you,
Yeah,
probably not
Well,
going to want to go back.
Why have they got a sprint?
that's it.
What's more menacing, actually? It's sprinting at you or it walking slowly towards you?
Nah,
I think it's floating towards you would be fucking horrific.
Oh yeah.
True.
Anything if it's moving at speed, that's
Yeah.
whether it's floating or running. Nah, I'm good.
How would you, what's your answer, Loz, if you caught 100% proof? Because obviously, first of all, it'd be massive for you because you're not on the fence. You're well over the other side. So obviously, you'd be thrown over the fence into the believer side.
Yeah.
So you got that to contend with. But then, yeah, what would you be like? Well, fuck me. It's all real after all. And then just be content with that?
I think what it will come down to is what you said. What is the experience like when you find the apparition? Like, is it
Yeah.
something that threatens your life? Is it harm anyone in the group? If it doesn't, and it doesn't necessarily threaten us, then I probably would want to do more.
Yeah.
Because as much as it'll prove it to myself, I would still in the back of my mind think, well, it might just be an anomaly. Let's try and find some more.
Oh, you still wouldn't be convinced.
I would be convinced. That would convince me if I saw
Satan's
it.
having a chat with him. No, nah.
And everyone
Illusion.
else operate what I saw, then that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon find more. Let's find some more.
Yeah.
As long as it isn't like possessing and making us fucking kill each other or some shit.
The thing is, if we get solid fucking proof, obviously people will, deny it, be skeptical, understandably, blah, blah, blah. That's totally cool. But if let's get like, this is 100%, this is a ghost, blah, blah, blah. We're getting a fucking Discovery series straight away. Like, straight away.
That was going to be my next point.
Yeah. Like, there's no fucking, some of the people they send to fucking haunted houses, they'll be sending us.
We're knocking Zach Bagans off his pedestal. We are taking that top slot at that point.
Zach Bagans will be fucking producing it.
Oh, good point.
You know what I mean? We'll get him like doing little cameos on the phone. You're going to be going into this house. Thanks, Zach. It's my friend Zach Bagans. He's been a big fan ever since we literally discovered a ghost on camera. But yeah, no, I don't know. I actually don't know if I would just call it a day, to be honest. I guess it just because I've always just the whole thing for me has been to prove it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'll have to wait and see. I think it'd literally be one of them. It'll be like in the moment. You just decide, I think.
Yeah,
once you kind of.
That's the easiest way to do it, I think, is just work out how it falls out afterwards.
Yeah. I would say I reckon I'd be 50-50. I really do. Yeah.
I think that does depend on what we were talking about before, though. If it threatens you, you're going to be more likely to just go, do you know what? That's all right. I've done what I needed to do. What I wanted to do.
Because the thing is, we didn't quit after the mirror, which was an initial.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough.
But that was like the early stage of perception changing entirely.
Yes.
For you specifically, because you went through kind of a epiphany after that.
I did feel like my whole worldview collapsed. Yes, that was quite extreme. It was like my mind was melting.
So this would then be that. This would then be that like 100 times worse.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Like, imagine if, like, the ghost rocks up and they're just like, yeah, when you die, you just step out of your body and you're in this ethereal plane. Sometimes you can break through and communicate, but it's very fucking hard. And you just have to walk the earth alone. And then just be like, wow, fuck, why did we try and find out that information? Fucking hell.
Oh, perfectly happy to not have known that.
You know?
You're just going home. You go home and searching cloning. It's like,
yeah. How can I live forever?
cryogenically freezing.
yeah. But yeah, it's just fucking one of them, innit? Or they might be like, it's kind of a cool thing where you can just like go to heaven and be great, or you can just come back and fuck around with people if you want. Like sometimes I just come back and I just throw monks across the room. They can't see me, but it scares them. It's really funny. It's a bit like a holiday. You kind of come back for a bit. Then you'd be like, oh yeah, it sounds pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't know. It just depends, doesn't it? It just depends.
Imagine if, like, you go to heaven, if there is a heaven, and then you have a rage room, and your rage room is to go to reality.
Yeah.
And just fuck with shit.
Your rage room is 30 East
Get
Drive.
me to 30 East Drive.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick this kitchen knife in the sofa.
Oh, throwback.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. No, there we go. It's a hard one. I don't actually think I answered your question, which I do apologize. Kind of defeats the object. But there is an answer within that. But yeah, thank you so much. If you'd like, again, join the Patreon, ask questions and stuff. We're also there in the group chat, chatting away. But yeah, all right. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is episode 50.
Yep.
Wow. Nice. Halfway to 100. Look at that. Who would have thought it, eh? Mental. Nice. All right. Well, we will see you next week for another podcast. That East Drive is rapidly approaching. It's going to be great. We're also going to get over to the RAF base ASAP. We'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone.
See ya.